Let's start with a powerful idea. What if you could engineer your financial future with the exact same precision an architect uses to design a skyscraper? This isn't just about saving money. It's about taking absolute mathematical control.
This quote from Benjamin Mays really hits the nail on the head. You see, the real financial tragedy isn't failing to hit some savings target. The real tragedy is having no target at all. It's the difference between being the captain of your ship, steering towards a specific port, and just drifting aimlessly on an ocean of expenses.
And this is a core principle you have to understand. Money acts exactly like water. It will always, always follow the path of least resistance. So, without a structure, a dam that you build, it's just going to flow away into this abyss of meaningless expenses.
So, this leads us to a really critical distinction we have to make in our own minds: the difference between a wish and a goal. One is a child's strategy, the other, well, that's an architect's blueprint. You know, saying things like, "I want to be wealthy," or "I really should save more," it feels like you're doing something, but you're not. It's just a wish. And as the source material puts it so bluntly, wishes are the strategy of a child. Your brain just can't process vague instructions like that. It needs a clear, actionable mission, not some hazy afterthought.
And look, this lays it out perfectly. On the left, you've got the wish, it's completely powerless. But on the right, you have an engineered blueprint for success. Save 5,000 rials by December 31st. See the difference? It's specific, it's measurable, and it's got a non-negotiable deadline. That is the adult standard.
So to turn that flimsy wish into a real mission, it has to pass 3 simple tests. No exceptions. First, it has to be specific, giving your brain a clear target to lock onto. Second, it's got to be measurable so you can actually track your progress and stay motivated. And finally, it absolutely must be bound by a strict deadline. That's what creates the urgency to get it done.
Okay, so this is where it gets really powerful. Let's get into what we can call the mathematics of success. This is all about creating a binary target, a goal so clear that on the final day, success or failure isn't some vague feeling. It's an absolute mathematical fact. You either hit the number or you didn't. Simple as that.
Using that example from before, the goal isn't just to save some money. No, it is a concrete target of saving exactly 5,000 rials. This specific number becomes the anchor for every single financial decision you make. But a number all by itself, that's just a daydream. We have to add the time constraint, within 4 months. This is where the engineering really begins, and the pressure starts to build.
And here's the magic of precision. 5,000 rials in 4 months breaks down to exactly 1,250 rials per month. All of a sudden, the path is crystal clear. There's no more guesswork, no more room for excuses. You have an actionable roadmap. And that clarity does something else, something vital. It acts as a shield. Think about it. When you're tempted by some impulse buy, you're not just weighing the cost of that coffee or a new shirt. You're weighing it directly against your 1,250 target. You can literally see how it delays your mission, and that gives you a powerful, logical reason to just say no.
Now let's talk about the deadline. This is so much more than just a date on a calendar. It's the engine that drives your entire mission forward. Without it, even the clearest goal just fizzles out. It doesn't have the force to become a reality.
This is all explained by a powerful principle called Parkinson's Law. It basically says that work will expand to fill whatever time you give it. You know this is true, right? If you have a whole week to complete a 2-hour task, it somehow takes the entire week. A deadline is the only way to fight this and force yourself to be efficient.
And that is why a strict deadline is your most powerful tool. That self-imposed pressure is what turns financial coal into the diamond of a completed goal. It forces you to be resourceful, to cut the waste. So don't use vague timelines. Use an exact date, December 31st, that signals to your brain that this mission is real.
When you start to operate with this level of precision, something fundamental shifts inside you. Your whole identity changes. You stop being a passive drifter, and you become the active commander.
You are no longer someone that money just happens to. No way. You are the active commander of your resources and the architect of your own destiny. You are the one inputting the exact GPS coordinates into your future's navigation system.
And this brings us right to the golden rule of this entire explainer, the fundamental difference between the wealthy and the broke. It isn't luck, and it's not even raw income. It is the absolute mathematical clarity of the plan.
So that leaves us with a final question for you. Your financial future is an unbuilt structure. The resources are yours, and the time is now. So will you just drift through it, tossed around by the currents of impulse? Or will you be its architect, building your destiny with mathematical precision?